All right, Keegan, I know you came into this with certain goals. Just how did that transpire today? Did you meet the goal time-wise that you were hoping to hit?
Yeah, so coming into it, I really just wanted to knock the rust off a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Next weekend, I have the Eastern Relays up in Kentucky, and I'm trying to break the freshman class record up there. So I finished first. That was my goal. I didn't necessarily hit the time I wanted to, which is about low 9s, but I'm happy with it. Got the win, and it felt good.
So what is that record time-wise that you're trying to hit?
I do believe it's 8:57,
Okay.
maybe 8:56, but it's the national freshman record outdoors.
So I mean, that's something you're really gearing towards, then, right?
Mm-hmm. Definitely this year, definitely.
Why? I mean, what's pushing you towards that in terms of just hitting that milestone?
Really just knowing how much work I've put into it over the past few years. It would just be amazing to reach that goal. It's been a big goal of mine. Just not only records, but just showing people that it's possible to improve upon old marks from the past.
So this is my first time seeing you run today, and I just wondering kind of what's going through your mind when you kind of toe the line there before the race starts. Is it technique stuff, or just kind of take me through that pre-moment?
Pre-race, I was really just thinking about the people who are in the race, who are going to be pushing, and all around me. We have the best guys that I've ever ran in Tennessee distance. And I'm only the freshman, so all those guys that were seniors, I was just like, as long as I stay with them, I'll be fine. And it worked out really well.
You started off strong. I know you were leading the race there for a few laps, and then I think you fell back as deep as 5th. Was that part of the strategy, or just kind of what happened there?
Yeah, I got out, and I just felt like if I would have pushed the pace, I would have made it my own race, and they could have come back on me later. So I kind of just rested during that middle mile and let them do the work for me, and I just kind of stayed back and stuck on them. And then I felt good coming into the last 2 laps because I'd rested, and I just took it away. Yeah,
that last lap, I know you really had a strong kick there, and were able to catch up with 2 guys that were in front of you. How do you reserve that energy deep into a 2-miler?
Really, it's just you put in a lot of work, and you just have to trust your fitness. I did not think I'd be able to go finish that quickly, but I knew that I could do it, and I just gave it my all. It's really just about giving your best effort.
What's this been like for you for high school? I know you started to gain a little notoriety, not just with East Tennessee, but outside the state borders. And what's that been like for you?
Really just showing people that if you have goals, you can achieve them if you really work for it. And I want them to know that I've been working for these goals a long time, and eventually they do come true.
When did you notice, or when did you know that running was like what you do, like what you're good at? When did you discover that?
Yeah, so my parents signed me up for a summer track it was before 3rd grade, so 2015. And I did cross country that first year, and I won the 3rd through 5th grade state championship. So I was like, maybe I'm good at this after all. So ever since then.
Most kids at that age are trying baseball or basketball, football. Why track and cross country? Were they in it growing up too, or?
Yeah, no. So originally I was a baseball player to start with, and then I was a basketball player all the way up until last year. I kind of just started with track to stay in conditioning. But track's one of those sports that you either have a natural ability or you have a hard work ethic, and I think I had both of those, so it was just a better fit for me.
All right, last thing, just kind of looking forward to Kentucky running. Do you try to peak at certain events, and maybe even the TSSAA state championships being one of those?
Yeah, for me it's more about the national level, so that will come later in like early June. I'm not necessarily trying to peak this early. I'm just kind of getting back used to it, but I do feel like that I have a shot at that record, and throughout the season I'm going to go for it. But if not at next week, then most definitely in June, I'll definitely get it.